Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with your boy Sophisticated Jerk. Today I got Mustard in the building, M3, and I got my boy Rush up in here.
Yo, salute to y'all, man. Glad to be in the building with y'all.
No doubt, man. Got the heavy hitter Rush in here. But today, man, we're gonna review this one video, the one with I know y'all seen this one floating around. Your boy Papi Chulo be killing Instagram with like, man, just send her $500 for breathing, for existing. Send her 1,000 just because you're not a man if you do this. He's like a yacht on steroids. You know what I'm saying? So Game God Goldie had him on his channel. You know, they were having a little back and forth and stuff. So we gonna review that and break it down, man. But before I jump into this video, man, I wanted to ask you guys a question. Like, why do you guys think guys do this?
Either three things: short man complex,
Damn.
small wee wee complex,
God, okay.
and they ugly.
Oh, okay. You going right for the juggler tonight. Shout out to Mustard, man. He ain't holding no punches tonight. Rush, man. Why you think, man, guys go down this lane, man? Why you think they do this, man?
A lot of times these guys, I don't want to, I don't, I don't want to be judgmental, but I don't consider these men to be men. I consider them to be suckers and simps. Um, Obviously they've been brainwashed with blue pill ideology. A lot of times when they're raised by their moms, only by their moms, and they consume all blue pill Disney Plus type movies, they tend to pander to women in a unnatural state. Yeah, man. I mean, it's unfortunate that this dude is a sucker and a simp, but it is what it is, man.
So, Rush, you said they was out there watching Cinderella and falling in love with the storyline and got
Yeah,
brainwashed, huh?
man. Yeah, man. They've been brainwashed to pander to women, man. Know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay. No doubt, boy. You a Mustard ain't playing. Let me get M3 in there, man. M3, why you think guys, man, be going on this whole like, hey, man, send her like 500 for breathing. You know, this your queen. You need to make her happy and stuff. Why you think they going on that play, man?
Well, I'm gonna break down the psychology of it because
Oh
this is
shit.
based off of an experience, right, from watching some of my blue pill friends go through it. The problem is that when you grew up in an environment where you hate men because men in your life became the enemy. Like there's a guy that I know whose grandpa tried to shoot him. His own dad tried to shoot him.
Mm.
It was pretty much like disowned. And the heroines, or whatever you want to call these women, the heroes in his life was his mother and his grandmother. Now God rest all their souls or whatever, right? You know, but the guy always experienced women coming to his life to be the aid and his emotional support. So because of it, it's more like a solitary duty to give women praise, and especially, in society, like, women are the child bearers and all that. So they take that all the way to the far left, to the extreme. And I think
Okay.
that's why you have people like that poor guy, you know, that will go over to the top to put women to the pedestal because he has a horrible relationship with his father and with the men in his life. He probably was teased and bullied, by other men. So I'm for sure he was a guy that was not socially acceptable when it came to other men in, I guess, a so-called Afro stature.
Okay. So you're saying pretty much, man, like since the guys in his like life kind of like didn't step up to the plate, man, the females was his support, so he's like on some
He's a Steve Harvey.
quest to like align with them more or less.
Yeah, if you didn't hear what I said, he's pretty much like a Steve Harvey, in other words.
Damn. Okay. No, I like all y'all point of views, man. Cause I had to think about this one. I'm like, man, why are these guys like doing this shit? It did, man. I kind of started hearing what he was saying because I think he was on Fatty's show a couple of times. He pull up on their panels and stuff, and he's always like it's like almost an indirect. He don't come out and say like, I have like $10 million, but he damn near says it in like other ways. So man, I think what they do, man, because they don't like working for females, man, they like announcing that they got a lot of money, like, oh man, you give this and this. It's like an indirect way, man. I got a lot of money, come get this so I can knock it down. So I think it's more like an advertising campaign for themselves. And since they ain't got no game, I think, man, they like indirectly want to say how much money they have because they know it's too corny to be like, hey, chick, I got $10 million. Come get some of this bread and let me smash. Because, you know, then they'll look like on some prostitution type shit. So like they do this indirect shit to try to get girls in there and stuff. So yeah, it's some sucker shit. I agree with Rush on that. It's just a straight sucker move, man. But all right, man, we'll go ahead. We'll jump in the video. Y'all let me know whenever y'all want me to stop, and we'll go ahead and stop and, you know, analyze that part. Give me 1 second.
Okay, hey, sometimes you gotta hate where you at so bad, it'll make you jump out there and do what you need to do, man. And now you riding Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, doing this, doing that, man. I see you everywhere, man. You blowing up on social media.
Come on, bro. Come
man,
on.
so tell me, listen, I got a real question for you, right?
Let's get it.
So you originated this whole thing, sending what was the first number you said? 500? Because now you saying crazy stuff like sending 20,000. But what was the first one that you said?
First one was saying send her 200 for her nails.
Move the mic like more like this, like twist it. Yup.
There we go. Yeah, the first one was send her 200 for the nails right now.
Okay, we gonna get into it. I got a real question.
Yeah.
Right? Because I want to know.
Yeah.
Do you really believe what you saying?
100%.
Do you really believe what you saying? Send her 500 just cause.
I stand behind
that. Okay. I need to know the ideology behind it.
I got you. All right, cool.
Go ahead.
So if we break it down, right, because I'll use every word. Every word has intention on it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Send her. Who is her? Her is whoever got your back at the end of the day. You know, if you get locked up, who you know paying that.
You don't
paying
say that on your videos,
hey,
though.
it's supposed to bring people in so they can understand. You know what I'm saying? I like to break things down to long form content. So when they actually, hold on, let me check that dude out, what he's saying on live, and they get to see it, break it down to it so they can understand. Like,
Okay, all right, listen.
Send her.
I hear you because I say a lot of things in a 60-second clip, but if they really understand what I'm saying on the back end, they'll understand it's a little different. But you say just because.
Just because.
Just
man.
because. So you're not saying if you just meet a woman and
the reason I say pause, I swear this is the same guy that got pulled over in Miami.
Same motherfucker.
That's him?
Yeah, that's him.
That got divorced?
She left him. Let's keep it a buck. she left his ass.
So her.
When you say like you got divorced, that means like they had an agreement. Nah, she left. She left, player.
Left him. I remember it got like he looks familiar. Because like he was like got all these shopping bags and Brickle, and then next time we see him, she left. And now he's back on. Okay, so at this point, he's fishing. He's fishing. You can't compete in Brickle. He can't compete in Brickle where people are 6'5" and above, have money, and just can pull with just like not even giving out money. He has to compete. He's short. And he's flashy. Everything's like, come look at me, look at me, look at me. So like you can't compete. NBA stars are there, NFL stars are there, actors are there in Florida, Brickle. Like yeah, like
So you saying he's in order to exist with the type of shit, the baddies and shit, he's got to throw some dollars at him. He's
flashy.
Okay.
He's flat. God, when I was looking at him, like, wait a minute.
Because you remember we did the before and after where it was he was like, yeah, you know, spend the money, and then what's his name caught him, Desirable Truth, yeah, because he was like, yeah, man, you know, she left and stuff. So he's the same guy.
That's why I was gonna say too, because now since you was talking about him, Stan, like that was the guy that we had a reaction to in one of our Talk to Tuesday lineups. If you remember, he was the guy that we reacted when I think it was like 10 or a couple of years ago, we was talking about like you need to take her out to like shopping, you need to pay for her nails, do this, and that. And then later on, he still got a divorce.
So let me ask y'all, man. So Game God Goldie was breaking down the ideology because he was trying to spin it like, oh, if it's her. So if it's her, do you still like the main one? I guess. Do you still think you should be sending her like $20,000?
No, $200 on nails. I'm gonna say something real quick. That's personal grooming. If y'all can't take care of your own nails, you don't need to get no help on nails. That's basic grooming 101. Please take care of your own toenails and your own fingernails. Stop pulling that stuff on your nails you can't grow, like some of y'all hair and edges.
Damn. Rush,
If
what you
you
think,
do-
man?
If you do self-care, it will grow. That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say.
my thoughts on that. Like, if you do have a, I guess, a wife or a main chick that you deal with on a regular, no, I don't think it's acceptable for a man just randomly sending her thousands of dollars just because she needs to get something done. Those type of things. You need to earn those kind of privileges, man. You're not supposed to just give them out.
Nah, good point. Yeah, because my thing is, man, when I'm listening to that, almost like if your chick is willing just to take money like that in lumps from you, and she's like, nah, man, let's save this money, or because man, me and my wife literally before we was coming on here, we're talking about investing. She was like, hey, man, I'm gonna send you a lump so you could throw it in that investment account if and all that. But if I say like if I was a female and I was with like a guy I actually like, man, don't. Man, put that in an investment account. Like, why the fuck we blowing money like that? So I wouldn't even allow a guy to do that. So now I agree with you saying, Rush. Yeah, it's got to be earned. But yeah, you would think like a woman that.
You know what it is, SJ, man. These people aren't around real money, so when they say outlandish things like, yeah, not the Super Saiyan Simp. I know he caked out. He got receipts and all that, but I'm talking about in general in social media when women are proclaiming that a dude need to spend a certain dollar amount on them and they need to be in a certain tax bracket, and it's like, you can tell like the tax bracket she's requesting for a man to be in, she's not even within that tax bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of these people that proclaim these ridiculous requests, they're not even financially stable themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Yeah, you could tell they got like a broke mentality. So that's why they just like, man, I got to take everything I can because he's either going to get rid of my ass or I'm going to fuck this up somehow. So I agree with you on that. But man, I'm going to play some more of the video. Wally, I know you just jumped in. So yeah, we're listening to Papi Chulo, AKA Mr. Sender 500 for nothing, talking to Game God Goldie. So y'all let me know whenever y'all want me to stop because we're going to play some more of it.
You just meet her and y'all like, all right, we finna go on a date. Oh, I'm gonna just send her 500.
Oh, no. Listen, it's like, yo, if she makes you feel something on that date, even on the first, if she makes you feel something that no other woman has made you feel, because for one, we go off of feelings as men. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman don't got to pay for nothing to make us. Nah, we make our own selves great based off of the words that we hear women say to us, right? It's just that, especially when it comes to me, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hear that from a woman. I'm a king. King always had queens, concubines, things of that nature, feeding his ego 24/7 to make him a bigger king. The biggest king had that behind him, whatever case.
All right, so give me an example
Come on.
of a time that you just sent a woman 500 just because off of a date and she said the right thing to you.
Got you. Listen, man. I was at where was it? I was over here. You know what I'm saying? Over here by Moxie's and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And literally had a date with a young lady. You know what I mean? And listen, man, the date went smooth. You know what I'm saying? Regular conversation. It was the after effect. It was the, hey, I don't know if anybody told you that I believe you the best to ever do it. You the best to ever do it. Don't let nobody trick you out your position or whatever the case is. You him in real life. That's all I wanted to say. Have a good night. And tomorrow, if you want lunch, I'll send it to you. You know what I mean? That right there, just to hear that at that very moment, right? Because, life goes play by play, moment by moment. Well, we be needing that, you know?
So you met her. Y'all just had a quick conversation.
Yeah.
Pause.
What
Pause. Oh God. So his love language is words of affirmation as a man.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's his love language. And what she said was a bunch of babble. You're him. You're the real one. That's something like we got that from ChatGPT from the hood. I'm gonna send you lunch. You gonna send me Popeye's chicken sandwich with grape soda?
Hey, hold
That's
up.
what we doing. She ain't gonna make lunch. There's no access service, no quality time. I'm gonna send you lunch. Man, do I look like a bad bitch? You know, I'm with the drizzle, but oh my god, the bad bitch stuff I gotta stop. You gonna send me lunch?
What was you
And
about to say,
And
M3?
Moxie ain't cheap. Moxie is not cheap.
Yeah, I know you know about that area. What was you about to say, M3?
Nah, I was just saying that I was kind of like mocking the situation because I'm like, basically, I mean, like, he seemed like the type of dude that he just easy fall in love, like, you know, through, and it's surprising through, like, you know, those words of affirmation that Stan is talking about. So something that's a little off-putting with that guy, man. But you know, I'm starting to kind of come to the conclusion, and no disrespect to single moms, but I think he was definitely farm raised in a single mom household. The way how he's like exuding like that type of energy. Again, I'm not knocking, I'm not making fun of people who were born like, you know, with single parents, but he's come off a little bit too poetic, in my opinion, where he could just easily be manipulated. And again, like, you know, what Stan was saying about the Popeyes and shit, like, you know, some people will literally cry over Popeyes and grape soda because they never had that.
That's definitely some hood shit.
They never had it from like their moms and like other women like that before. So yeah.
But when he mentioned that though, that either was fake or he's a simple motherfucker. Cause yeah, like that she spotted a lick and she was like, let me run this like Stan said, let me hit up Chat GPT to get a loser and let me spit this at him, and he ate that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, ain't nobody be talking like that. Like, you're him and let me send you something for some lunch. Like you said, like women are completely different. So yeah, if she was saying something like that, y'all think he fell for the okie doke?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like send me some Chef Creole. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sending it. I'm gonna bring you lunch. Say you're gonna bring me lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like that man spent all that money at Moxie, and he didn't get his groceries ate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just send him home because he's gonna see your next one.
Yeah, gullible ass. Rush, that's how you come off mute, man. You got.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's just crazy to me how these, you know, because I put them in the category of a pandering simp. Know what I mean, and a lot of times these pandering simps, their main objective is to exalt the woman at any given cost. You know.
You got to break down a pandering simp real quick, because we did this on a Rush channel, man. We broke it down to the levels of the simp.
Okay, yeah, my bad. A pandering simp is pretty much a dude. He still has the ability to, converse with a female and, you know, seal the deal, but he chooses to praise the woman for some reason. I mean, my thoughts on it is just because he's been brainwashed his whole entire life, and plus he's probably been raised in a single mother household. That's why the pandering simp tends to exalt the woman at any given cause. I mean, that's a pandering simp. Yeah,
my man Rush done broke this shit down to a science. But yeah, that story sounded a little fake though, man. Or either he's just the biggest lick, because yeah, I think that female, she was like, yeah, let me get some bread out of him. So she just gave, like Stan said, like some little words of affirmation. My man just threw some bucks at her. That shit touched his heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this is why it's mad important to have a real father figure in your life, man, because you tend to go off the edge like this dude right here, man. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it
he's on that extreme shit. What was that, Stan?
is it the father's fault or the women in his life fault? Like the mothers, and because he's thirsty for words of affirmation. Like he's like, as a man, you want to hear words of affirmation. I like to hear words of affirmation when I've done some good action. That it's like I did something right, action. Like, oh man, thank you for doing that. Done. Okay. But just on the strength, like, I need words of affirmation. If a woman come at to me with words of affirmation, I'm gonna look at her like, what you talking about, Willis? What you trying to sell me? Like, what's the game? I'm looking
Well, yo,
around like,
a
set
lot
me
of
up.
times when those pandering simps are raised by a single mother,
Yeah,
they don't even know it themselves, but subconsciously,
yeah.
they embody the feminine trait, and they don't even know it. So that's
Mm,
why it's not important to have a father figure in the household, man. And to go to answer your question, Stan, it's the woman's fault because she didn't choose a right mate to raise kids together. You know what I mean? A lot of times women will link up with dudes because maybe he had clout, or he's physically appealing, or he might have a mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, women would tend to link up with dudes that aren't qualified to be a decent mate to raise kids, but that's on her. You know what I'm saying? Because like, in order for two people to link up, the woman got to be she got to give in a consensual agreement to copulate with that dude. Like, nothing's going down unless she says yes. You know what I mean? So everything, you know what I mean, it's on the chick, man. You know what I mean? You should do a lot more better vetting, but that only happens when she has a true father figure in her life. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm gonna. I gotta say it's both parents. But if I gotta assign more blame to any one of the parents, I'm gonna have to go with the father. Because if I had a son like Papi Chulo, I'm punching him dead in his chest. If he's a pandering simp, like Russ said, I'm I'm gonna cave his chest in until he become masculine. So yeah, nah. I would say the father, because hearing, like you said, if he needs words of affirmation and he's just willing to throw like his wallet at a chick because she just says some basic shit like that, like, oh, I'm gonna send you lunch. Like, I first of all, if I want to hear some words, I want to hear them words like, you're gonna pay half this damn bill at Moxie's. Like, I don't need no damn words of affirmation. I need words of
Yeah, nigga,
confirmation. Like, we
nigga,
gonna
that's a
go half
turn
on this
on right
bill.
there. That's a turn
Yeah.
on right there. You pay half? Okay. We going Dutch. Where you going?
Or
Yeah,
she
but
got
he definitely he has low self-esteem if he needs like words of affirmation as a grown-ass man, and you could get tricked out of your money. So yeah, definitely low self-esteem. And that probably makes sense why he's willing to like announce that he will spend money like that. Because like you said, Stan, like,
Yo, the reason why there is a low self-esteem is because, think about it, right? If you're raised by a single mother, every man in your vision, in your pixel, is gonna be a bad guy because your mom says every dude is bad because she chose the wrong mate. So that's why, again, you know what I mean? Yo, it's mad important for the female to choose a right mate in order to raise decent kids. You know what I'm saying? Or you end up having, a pandering ships like old boy.
yeah. No, because definitely I think moms do play a role in it because I think a lot of times, say like what Rush is saying, if they have like bad relationships with dudes, it's almost like they autocorrect on their son. Like, I'm gonna make him the nicest guy ever. So, they, instead of, being fair about stuff like, you know what, there's good females, there's ones don't get used. They be like, you need to do this, you need to do this, because they want to model him after what the guy should have been in their life. So that does play out. But that's why I think the dad is a little more, I put blame, because it's just like, man, once you have a son, you are any kids, man, you got to make sure, like, even if you don't want to deal with the mom, you got to make sure you put that guidance, that balance in their life. So like they don't end up on this spectrum where it's like they're getting used and shit. But hey, Wally, man, what's your take on this so far, man? Based on what you heard from Mr. Papi Chulo.
He's an automatic sucker. What else? The moment I heard him say feeding ego, I'm like, feeding ego. If she don't believe it, why the hell she need to feed your ego? She's with you, right? Why she need to feed your ego? You
That's a
pathetic.
good point.
I know why though.
Why is that M3?
Because you're not there for the long haul. It's
See, that's
basically
my whole point.
Yeah.
Why she need to feed your ego? She's with you. Why she need to feed your ego? She ain't feeding your ego. She's feeding who you are.
She's already in the back of her mind, already having like another dude to replace him. But for now, he's just pretty much like on display temporarily. He is serving his purpose like a good little lapdog that he is. And she's going to go on for the ride until she finds someone else that is doing better than him, minus the symmetry that he's displaying. It's kind of sad, man, because like I said, I don't want to blame on like personally blame on single moms, but it does come to my mind, and like I said, through my experience, the most I'm not gonna say bitch made, but the most the most guys, the guys that has like the most like sass or the most emo-ish type of guys, were controlled or are still controlled by dominant mothers or single mothers. And what I mean by dominant mothers is that you could still have, a two-parent household, but that's only because stepdaddy came into the picture, but mom already has a full lock and control and grip on you. She controls and dictates how you should think, what religion you should choose, how often you should praise Jesus, and if you're doing the type of things that a man are supposed to do, because here's the thing, like I said, through my experience, not personally hitting to me, but I've seen kids that I'm like, hey man, like, look, let me try to help them, to try to like at least grasp some manhood, and they'd be like, oh no, I got this. I'm his mother. I'm like, yeah, okay, you're his mother, but look how he's turned out. He's turned out to be a wimp. And when society hits, he's going to look at he's going to be like the type of guy, right? His first girlfriend that he's going to fall in love with is going to be a past prostitute in the final form of a church woman.
Damn, you say he's going all the way that route?
20 years down the road. She might get on 10, if she's smart enough. But yeah.
But also, right, I agree with you. But also, I think like this is also the men in the family. Like, why there's no uncles? Where's the grandfathers? Where's the older brothers, the older cousins? Because this is dangerous for any man to do this. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, right? You could be set up in the sense that we might have to throw a going away party, a permanent going away party for you this weekend. Like, it's not good for any man to live his life like this, because you're going to be not even poor. You might not even exist. So if you love somebody and you care about them, you do have to teach them some stuff, and there has to be some guidance. And one thing that this man has not learned is self-love and boundaries. Those words that we hear from the counterparts all the time. This man don't know. This man has no self-love, and he has no boundaries.
And this is why it triggers a mental illness, man. It's a reflection of
Facts. No, you said a good thing, Stan, because like all the stories we see, man, them dudes be getting like hemmed up, man. Like, man, I was just looking at some news clippings, like this one female, we're gonna probably end up doing a breakdown on it, but man, she's setting up like guys, like kind of like Papi Chulo, that's flashy with the money, man. She's cleaning them out, and some of them guys, end up taking their lives and stuff, because once that type of stuff happen, man. So yeah, dudes be getting lined up, man. So, but he's putting it like on display. But yeah, some guys in his family should have stepped in. Like, come on, man. I know you want to like display, man. You could present wealth in a way where you got yourself together and stuff, where you don't have to go out here advertising like that, where you're just drawing. Because he's really what he's doing. He's drawing in the worst of the worst. Because like I said, if a good woman, you actually bring one in, they're gonna be like, man, look, save that money, put that away. They're protective of your money. They're protective of you if they actually like you. So if somebody's just constantly taking, boy, it's like Rush, what's that movie we was talking about, Ginger from Casino? So yeah, where she's like, hey, give me all that bread. I'm gonna go spend that shit with Lester.
Yeah, man. I mean, yo, anytime whenever a female has a strong parasitic attribute within the relationship, 9 times out of 10, she's not feeling you like that. She's just using you for the ride. You know what I mean? You have something of value and she wanna take it and monkey branch to a better situation because you're not the one. You know what I mean? Real simple.
Yeah, because I'd be interested. I wish Game Guy Goldie would have asked him like, so are you still with homegirl that gave you that words of affirmation? It's gonna be like no. So it's like all these females that he's sending the $500 for. It's like, do you have long term like situations with him, or and I guarantee like that type of guy, it's gonna be like short term shit. So it's just like, man, you just throwing money out here. You're pretty much just. You might as well just get on a plane and go to one of them countries and just blow bread, man. You know,
Then
because
he
you're
has to
just paying for it
compete.
at this point.
He still has to compete, no matter where he goes. He got to compete, and when you flashy like that, it's just like you have a like, look at me, dollar sign spotlight, and that's what he wants. Like he wants attention, and I'm just like, man, like you probably had zero attention growing up. I don't think his parents on either side loved him because of you having that much attention in Miami, Florida, really, Dade County, you doing all that, and for anybody talking about that we cheap, nah, look, everybody food is cooked out of Cisco system, Cisco, biggest food distributor. That same meal you got over there at Moxie, you can get it at two for $25 at, I ain't gonna say name because they ain't give us no money for
God damn
advertising.
it, I'm cheap. Buy stocks, not box. God damn it.
But you know what I'm
I got
saying?
better
But
shit that I can spend my money on. I'll get me a speedboat before I goddamn be out here tricking.
but SJ, it's the same food. That's the crazy part.
Oh yeah, no,
Everybody thinks
yeah.
they're getting specialty food, and a lot of these spots in Miami or Dade County, a lot of these areas, they don't even cook the food. It's like it's prepped and they heat it up and they serve. It's not even cooked. Like no, there's no chef.
Yeah.
So you're paying extra just to be seen. So if you like if you really took business class and if you really about the business, you wouldn't even eat at those places because you already know you're paying for the markup.
No, that's facts, man. But all right, let's jump back in this video, man. Let me know when it stopped.
She say to you to make you feel like that?
Bro, it was that ain't nobody fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, we competing with everybody in the world. As
Oh
men,
shit, there
we
you go,
compete,
Stan.
whether we like it or not. Men compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go out there, try to be the best at the marketplace, try to be best at this. You the best in your field. I've already identified that. I wouldn't come on here if you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm the best in my field. So you just need to be hearing that. You know what I'm saying? And when she said that at the very moment, I'm like, oh, bingo. The next day, 500. Thank you for your existence. That's what I say.
Thank you for your existence.
Your existence. Because everybody ain't built the same. Some people want to take money from you. Some people want to make money with you. Some people just care about you winning.
Okay, so once you sent the 500, what did she do? What did she say?
OMG, crying faces, call me on FaceTime crying. Nobody has ever done that for me and everything. Ever since then, hey, whatever you need. She acts as an assistant now. Most of them, they act as assistants to me. So I ain't got to worry about food ever. I ain't got to worry about house being clean ever. I ain't got to pay maids.
So how much you sending her like on a regular basis?
It just depends. It just depends on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, there's never a transaction where she say, yo, I need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that comes from being him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to become him first.
Okay, all right. I hear what you're saying.
Come on.
Is that becoming him if you got to dole out money everywhere? Shit, because I'd rather pay a Mary maid, man. I don't want no.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, I guess what Goldie's trying to do, he's trying to figure out where is this motivation coming from to, you know what I mean, just dish out money like that for no reason. And from the looks of this conversation, the way it's going, like there's no logic that comes with it, you know? He
Okay, I
just told
got
you
yeah,
himself. It's like, hey, you know, I do it based on how I feel, you know, which is
yeah.
another feminine trait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's trying to like you said, it's definitely feminine, but he's trying to roll it into like masculinity, like oh, because I'm him, you know, I doled out this 500 and all this money, but they stick around me and they do these like simple ass chores and shit. So it's like, man, you're overpaying to keep females in your presence. That's really what you're doing. That's not him. Like, get them chicks to clean your house without the money. That's when you become him. When you're like tasking them out and shit, and you ain't gotta like throw paper around all the time. Yeah, he a clown, man.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if you noticed his outfit. I don't know. Can you go to like where he's at? Look at his fit. Yeah.
I don't
Can we
want to
get
leave our
a-
mark because I'm gonna play some more in a
Okay.
minute. But yeah,
Why is
we'll
he?
see it when we get back to it.
Why he's dressed up like the queen from Alice in Wonderland?
You stupid.
Like, what is that? No, literally, if you look at it, it's like the Queen of Hearts or he's the King of Hearts. I'm like, yo, you sending out a message. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the clock, the big old clock on his a chain, like from the rabbit, the hat. I'm seeing the cards, like the block jacket. I'm looking at all that. I'm like, oh man, you playing the game. This Alice in Wonderland.
You stupid.
Like this
Then
Alice in
Wonderland.
Wonderland you playing here, man. Like, okay, I see what you're doing, pimping. And like you paying all this money for the existence with no sex. You sound like a pimp.
I can't even give him pimp category.
Well, but pimp in a sense like he's luring them in. That if I'm looking at Alice in Wonderland, come with me. Follow me. Go into fall into this hole.
See, I didn't have to pay for them to do that either.
Hey, drink this real quick.
Nah, man, I think a lot of insecure guys, man, they like, it's like you said, they do try to lure the females in to a certain degree with the money, but it's almost to like, they know like, okay, I lure these females in, they're pretty and stuff, but they're doing it to try to impress other guys. Cause like men that got their shit together and that's like pretty good with females, man, you don't want people around you for the wrong reasons. You know, it almost disgusts you. You know, like if you hear I'll be talking about tricking, I'll be disgusted if a chick coming over there have an expectation to get some paper. So it will bother you, like if you really had game, like a female there for the wrong reasons. But a lot of them guys where they're like trying to get them to hang around, yeah, it's just to strike their own ego and try to press other people and stuff. Put on that presentation like, oh man, I got all these girls around me and stuff. So yeah, definitely insecure, man. But
Yeah,
one of them females gonna line them up. That's how they be getting them allegations and shit. They be pulling all those like type of females around them and they end up going down eventually. Or they be doing tell-all books like, man, you know, Papi Chulo was trying to smash everything.
I doubt that'll happen to him because he's way too generous. Now, if you're a penny pincher like a Shannon Sharp, you know, I'm quite sure he has a budget on how much he spend on hoes. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's usually those type of dudes that get caught up in those allegations because you know a lot of times females be like, "Yo, this nigga trying to play me." Nah, I'm gonna wipe him out clean. You know what I'm saying? But oh boy, you know the Panderer Simp, he's way too generous for them. For I'm not saying it's not possible, but the likely of him getting accused of certain allegations in order to retract resources out of him would be a small percentage because he's way too generous. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you said he has that understanding. He's like, I gotta keep this bread flowing. But you
It's
don't think
it's not, yo, I'm not even giving him that kind of credit. It's because it's just a byproduct of being a Panderer simp. You know what I'm saying? because he's such a simp, right? And he's so generous with the bread. You know, chicks is not, they're not even going to look at him as a lick. They're going to be like, they don't even want to be around him. Like, oh, okay, whatever. Oh, okay, he just gave me 10 bands and it'll be the end of that. Like, they're not going to go out the way to get more out of him because he's not a budgeter. Like, he's not going to budget. There's no cap limit on how much money he's going to spend on hoes. And women see that, so they ain't going to line him up like that. I mean,
oh, okay.
It's possible. But
no, I get what you're saying. Because do you think, Rush, real quick, do you think in a way they look at him like as an actual friend? Like this nigga's in a friend zone, I'm in a friend zone. They like
I wouldn't say friend zone, but there is a certain level of stimulation the way he spends bread on these females. And let me break that science down. Like, okay, just like how he was like, because this is a dopamine for this nigga right here. Like every time he's gives a chick like $1,000, she go get her car repaired. Like when she gives him the response like, yo, nobody, that could be a real genuine situation. And he feeds off that that what's that validation from the female by her saying that to him, like, oh my goodness, nobody never done this for me. Like, he feeds off that, and she, because it's such a genuine situation where he's giving her that bread, she is stimulated mentally too because of that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's a real situation. Like, hey, come on, man, what real nigga you know that be bagging mad chicks is gonna give her bread, to fix her whip, or get miscellaneous done, get miscellaneous things done in the crib for her just because she's a woman. That's not happening, nigga. Not with a playboy. No. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good point. Because even when you repeated back that statement, it was like, man, nobody ever done this for me. That statement alone is just so disrespectful to men. Like, if you pause and you listen to it, it's like, man, nobody has ever done that for me before, but they all done clap the cheeks. I'll be like, man, give me that goddamn bread back, bum ass.
Nobody has done it for me that gave me money to inspect the cheek.
Yeah, I'll be offended. I'll be like, what?
You
So
know, and
this
I
ain't
agree
your
with you.
norm? I'm out here. Yeah, no, that's like a diss.
He ain't got no sense of pride, SJ, man. I know, being prideful is a sin, but there's a healthy balance of having pride, bro. You know,
Yeah,
Son ain't got none at all, my nigga. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
damn.
obvious.
This
So
shit is getting
basically,
sadder and sadder as we go through this video. I'm like, damn.
there's two things I could say about him. He's a multiple streams of income for these ladies. And two, remember we did a segment with Cameron's ex-girlfriend? And since Cameron couldn't help her, she went to other men.
Yeah.
That was what I think he was one of those.
Oh, okay. So he was the one that's like providing investment, and she still ain't with none of them. Because the
Yeah,
one girl in Cam's video, she's like, I'm single, but it's like all those dudes that poured all that money to her, and ain't nobody lock it down, and she's still over there like having feelings towards Cam. So you said homeboy had like a stimulus package then,
yeah, like he's the one that you can just go to and get money. He's
get a
one.
cash out.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, let me jump back in this video. Let me, because Game God Goldie's kind of walking him down.
But don't you think if I give a woman give me conversation and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna send you 500 just because. Don't you think that she might deal with you only because you funding her lifestyle and you giving her money rather than actually liking you, or does her actually liking you even matter?
I believe once you identify yourself as a certain character, a person, a certain status of a person, whatever the case is, a woman is going to deal with you because you're that person.
But I
Versus,
hear what you're saying. But how does she even get, you can't really identify my character in a conversation. So how do I even get her to like my character if I'm leading with my hand? Are you not afraid of her falling in love with your hand instead of actually you? Because it's like this at a job, right?
Yeah.
We don't work the job. I don't like my boss. I don't like the coworkers. Man, I don't even like the customers in here. But I put a smile on my face for that check. So essentially, when you giving a woman a check, she might not like you. She might not like nothing about you, but she's going to act like she like you because the money that you giving her. Are you not afraid? How could you actually know if she really like you? Because we see it. We know it. Women deal with men that they don't even really like just because of the check they bring.
They do.
So how can you identify that if you leading with the money?
Yeah, we got
Almost every woman that I ever ran to invested more in me than I ever did in them. Remember, I got these programs, and most of them female ran, right? So boom, they'll drop 10 bands on it when they're getting their tax check or when they're getting whatever check from whatever job they got. They done invested more this way to the point they already understand, like, listen, it's the company of men that they actually can say they have. Like, yo, I got him right here. He a real one. I can call him about anything. I can tell him about relationships. I can tell him about this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the dude that never really hung around millions of dudes. I always had women around me. You know what I'm saying? Women around me because they got better conversation. You ain't got to worry about the motherfucker snaking you because they do that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you right. But what you saying is,
Yeah, I told you he got a lot of female friends. Those are the ones that's like they try to do it in guys, man. Hang out with females because they low key they gonna try to be the rebound guy and all that. But he said something revealing as far as like what he said. Oh man, when they get their tax checks back, yeah, he around some broke motherfuckers that's like claiming everybody's kids and shit. So,
man, he's gonna get arrested. How short is he?
I'm not sure, but yeah,
Well,
for
he's
somebody,
5'3".
if you have all that money, man, you know you wouldn't be allowing people to be like, doing them little courses and shit. So yeah, he kind of telling on himself, man.
Yeah, cause you ever spending money on Moxie, send them food, they sound broke, but then they can give you 10 bands. Like, are you taking their SSI, you getting their numbers and like filing income taxes?
Yeah, this shit's
And
starting to
like,
sound like a Ponzi scheme.
yeah, 'cause I'm just
He's like,
like,
I'll send you
bro,
money,
like,
send me money back and shit.
you know what I'm saying? I'm going to file you underneath me as a dependent. Like, what?
Yeah, he said that tax thing. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
you know, because most people with money, man, you have to pay.
Hold on. But I did tell y'all he a pandering simp. Just
Yeah.
because he a pandering simp don't mean he ain't got game. You know what I mean? It's obviously that he know how to finesse women out they bread. You know what I mean? Word is born, yeah, he could possibly be a scammer. You know what I mean? Like, by him expounding on that with the using the tax analogy, yo, he sounded like a scammer. Word is born. I mean, it's a possibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's starting to sound like a homeboy Derek Jackson. Cause it makes sense why he's feeding into like, man, just send her this and this and this, and then they pay for my programs. Like that's what homeboy was doing.
Yeah, because a man will tell her like, "Hey, why you spend money on this?" Like
Yeah.
a man will tell her like, "Hey, like, yo, you can do this for free. Like, go HR Block."
But I mean, people that make like high incomes, you know what I'm saying, and got like,
Oh, here's a CPA.
you ain't getting money back. You know what I'm saying?
I'll let
You
you
ain't
have a good
excited about getting
CPA.
no money back. You're just, you're trying to maintain it and lower that impact or pay none. But to get a grip back,
Yeah,
yeah, you do.
People that do get money, they end up like they have to put money aside to pay off their taxes because they don't get a tax return because they make too much money to even be able to get a tax return. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just one of those things, man. Like, yo, people that files a W-2 form, they're in between of making like 25 to anything below from 25 and below. You know what I mean? Like you filing a W-2, but anything like 30, anything above, okay, if you're making 30 an hour, you don't get a W-2. You're gonna get hit with a 1099. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So which means that, you know what I mean, you're like you're looked at as a contractor. You know what I mean, not really an employee, because the type of money you're making, you don't make regular money. You know what I mean, you make above your salary's above average. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you're right because yeah, people in those ranges when they're making a lot, they're trying to offset everything so it lowers the impact of the money that they have to pay, man. So yeah, when he said that, I was like, all
Yeah.
right, he messing with some chicks that's claiming other people's kids and shit. Yeah, my man out here scamming
He's
with
gonna
some
be
broke hoes.
he's gonna be on that other show.
Yeah, yeah, he might
He's
want to
gonna
be
be on
careful,
that other
boy.
show. So
But that's what I'm saying. When everybody wants to try to present that false bravado and I'm him, they reveal too much, man. They talk too much because that's where that like he's trying to show out because Game got Goldie got game, so he's trying to like match his level. But Game got Goldie, he's kind of smooth with it. He's getting them talking, he's getting them comfortable, and that's where these little nuggets be getting revealed and shit. People talk too much. But yeah, let me play
She's
some more.
dealing with you dealing with women who invest in your business and things like that. But what about that woman you met at Moxie? She didn't invest in your business.
She ain't investing in the business, but boom, hey, food, what you got? She ain't asking for money for the food. She just sending it. The amount of food that she done sent, that's a total of like $700-800 if I'm over here, if I'm calculating it right, $700-800 in food alone. And that's without asking for any money in return. That's just, hey, I just want to make sure you good, King. I just want to make sure you good.
Have you never had a woman who you didn't give her just $500 just because? Be like, I like you, I like everything about you, I like your mind, I like your swag, I like the way you look.
100%.
I want to come in and I want to send you food. I want to come in and I want to help you. Have you ever had a woman do that without you having to give her some money first?
Plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? I got more.
So
of
what's
them.
the incentive of giving her the money up front?
It's about whoever make me feel a certain way at a certain time. Because I be like, man, money is, you know what I'm saying, like the people that really got it, you know what I'm saying, that really got it, we don't look at it the same as everybody else. Money ain't nothing but a byproduct of value creation. If you create the value, you get the money.
Yeah.
Money, that shit like pennies to me. You know what I'm saying? 500, that ain't nothing. So I'm over here like, okay, cool. So if
You're not wrong. I know, listen, you're not wrong. But what I find is when you lead with your money, the woman starts to expect something. It's like Pavlov's dog, right? You ring a bell, you feed them. You ring a bell, so you get the desired behavior. If I'm giving a woman money just for existing, it's kind of confusing her about what's the right behavior. I should give her 500 when she been doing everything right, when she do this right, when she talk to me right. So then she understands the correct stimuli that I want. If I'm just giving her money just for existing, how does she know what to do, what not to do? Because the reward and punishment system ain't there. Because I'm just giving her money just cause.
100%, bro. And I believe that all goes into your first conversation that you be having with women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I state my intentions. I state right now, listen, boom, divorce already happened. You know what I'm saying? Right now.
I can't. It's so much lies he's saying. Yo, I have to say this, right? And I ain't gonna talk about him. I'm gonna talk about the people that's receiving money from rich people. Where's your morale when you receive money? Like, who are you as a person to go ahead and just receive money because you feel like you exist in this world, therefore it's yours? What type of person you are to go through life and just take away from other people with no questions? Because you sound like you about to go on that ship down the Pleasure Island and get turned to a donkey, like on the movie Pinocchio, if you keep this up. That's weird. Like, somebody sent me $500 on the strength, and like, I don't know you, but I'm going to take it.
Yeah, it's a world of takers, man. But he's definitely capping. Because, man, once you got a female, like, I like what Game God Goldie asked him. It's like, man, you ever had somebody, if you had somebody that held you down and you didn't have to do nothing to treat, man, you can never go back to, like, you know, what he's doing is tricking and stuff. So the fact that, like, he leads with that, nah, he ain't never had that. Because if somebody truly holds you down, man, that's your standard. If you got, like, I like what Russ said earlier, if you have pride and shit and you actually put in that work, because, man, there's a ton of rich people that don't blow money like that. They're like, man, I worked hard for my shit. Now, if you're my wife, we could enjoy this together, but we ain't doing no reckless spending. So when people have that mindset, man, he remind me of like of a rapper that go broke in like 5 years. You know, that's how they talk, man. Because you don't see no like hedge fund managers like, oh, well, money's nothing to me. They're like, I'm putting in this vehicle. We gonna get this like dividend. I'm gonna teach her how to invest, and maybe you could take care of yourself once I teach you. But ain't nobody just recklessly throwing money out there except for some idiots that's trying to show out for everybody else. Yeah, that's the
work like that.
Hell nah. It's like, man, if you don't respect your money and your hard work, man, can't no female respect you. Because it's like, man, you don't, that's an extension of yourself, your sweat equity. So it's like, man, I know he gets disrespected.
Yeah, and then when he's talking about I lead with intentions, like, no, you don't lead with intentions. If you led with intentions, right, you will not take her to Moxie's.
Nah, that's a good point.
You will not take her to Moxie's. You will take her somewhere else that's a little bit secluded, a lot private, and definitely not ghetto. Sorry, Moxie. Moxie's not ghetto, allegedly. But, you know, you want to go someplace that's private, got the scenery, not crowded, and not, like, you don't have to be seen and well known, and definitely not wearing that stuff. Yeah, so if you lead with intention, that means that you are, what's that word that everybody likes to use, to cut the buzz phrase, so you lead with intention. That means that you dating with purpose. There you go, the other buzzword. You're dating with purpose. And then 3, you're healed. So, like, this right here, if I'm following that model of using those languages, you're not doing none of this.
Yeah. Wally, what's your take so far, man? What you Wally
Wally's
looking at down there? Wally's like, man, this clown.
Because Wally's the king of Brickle. He knows what's up.
You know what? What did I told you about saying that shit? I told you. Okay, that nigga be in Brickle. You see his results. I ain't in Brickle, goddamn it. I'm telling people that dumb shit.
Hey, I'm bringing. Hey, I'm saying words of life of your future.
No. We ain't throwing that bullshit either. We ain't throwing that. You don't know if that's my future. I'll disappear and go somewhere else. I ain't gonna stay in Miami. Well,
So M3, man, you think he be moving with attention?
I probably will say so. You know,
You gotta break that down. How you think he move with intention?
I mean, because everybody has a motive for whatever they want to do, right? So,
Okay, so what's his motive then?
to be simple, everything's about control. Even though you're tricking, and you're kind of like the guy who are, in the eyes of people who are submitting, you are paying for someone's time to be with you through your wallet. So you want to be in control of the outcome of it. Yeah, he's going to probably get disrespected, but not like, I would say like not directly. You know what I mean? It would be like after effect. But while he's in the moment, he wants to control the situation with the women that he's with, because it's a high for him. It's like a drug. He may not even get like a lot of sex from them, but the fact that he's getting the praise and the worship is enough to feed a soul.
Over sex?
Yeah, it's motherfucking sad.
I'm sorry.
I'm starting to get depressed listening to this shit.
Yeah.
All right, let me go to the video real quick. We go because it's about to get good. It seems like they picking up.
Not trying to look for nothing serious, you know what I'm saying? Just somebody who can actually, assist me in different plays and different fields and different things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And now, boom, you have them. You have the real estate agents. You have the lawyers. You have this and that, you know what I'm saying? And all these women checking on you. Whatever you need, I got you, to the point where I ain't really got to do too much based off of the character of man I am.
But would not listen. I say it all the time. Like a woman be like, you know what? I cook, I clean, I do this, and I say all the time. Well, wouldn't I rather just pay for a meal prep because they actually are real professional cooks? Wouldn't I want to pay for an actual cleaner because they actually really know how to clean? If I'm gonna pay you for it, I might as well pay a professional and then get the woman who just wants to be with me because she wants to be with me though.
Yeah, bro. For me, it's like I want to know for a fact you in that kitchen because you cooking for me. I want to know that you cleaning my floors because they my floors.
Hey, my employees, if I pay my cleaner, she cleaning my floors because they my floors because I paid her.
Yeah, but it's a different attachment as far as, hey, is everything to your liking? Is everything, because you already know all this is ego play for men. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that ego feed. Yeah, you can have self-confidence. That's all cool and dandy. But when you know for a fact, women are just around you because you are you.
But are they around you for you, or are they around you because
Yeah.
Key word, right? That's important. He said attachment. So he already gave Game God Goldie the answer to why he needs women so much to do all the needy things. He's a needy guy. That's point blank, period. He needs the illusion that a woman actually cares about him. Genuine.
You said the illusion.
He's literally paying for the imagination. I'm just now thinking about that. That's why he said the attachment. There's a void that he's missing, and he hasn't got when he was like, like not famous or YouTube famous or poor or whatever. Like that was a void. Look, I don't even know if his mom ever hugged him enough. But he had attachment from all these different women because now at this point he's trying to I think he's capping a little bit because he's trying to like have like a step up. He knows that Game God Goldie is kind of calling him out a little bit on his bullshit, so he got to kind of make it seem like, all right, well, these women who I'm tricking on, who I'm paying, and maybe they're not even giving enough to me. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're going to hook me up with this and they're going to hook me up with that. But again, they're not doing it for him. they're doing it because you just gave them a lump sum of money that they didn't really deserve because of their existence, because you want that attachment. So now they know is that, okay, I need to play my cards right and be smart. They're still gonna probably charge them like lawyer fees and all this other shit, right? But at the same time, they're gonna come off to them as friends of pay, like not friends with benefits, friends that comes with a payment package. So he's buying girlfriends, but not the girlfriends that we're talking about. Like literally girlfriends, female friends. Because that's who he's claimed and who he's attached to.
Yeah, he's starting to remind me of like a low budget Diddy. Like, Diddy has some deep issues where, man, he really didn't like them females, man. But like y'all were saying, there's some control dynamic, something he's missing in his life where it's like, man, let me pay them to be around. But, he treats them like he be dogging them out. The low key, they like other people
Well,
and shit.
If you're gonna use Diddy for an example, he's probably not the best one because the reason why Diddy had a crazy sexual appetite is because his mom's was a pimp and she would throw sex parties. Diddy will witness that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
a lot of times when dudes like Diddy tend to have these crazy orgies or whatever, like it's because like they've been mistreated sexually themselves as a shorty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't mean as far as the extreme. I'm talking about like the neediness of like, man, I gotta have all these. They're kind of like prizes almost, but it's almost like we all know why they're
Yeah, I
there.
mean that we
Yeah,
all established that we all came to a conclusion that something's off with him and that he might have low self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? So I mean we don't know 100%, if that's true because we don't know him personally, but
yeah,
from the information that we're gathering from this interview with Goldie or whatever, like this is just kind of like the conclusion we're coming up with, that he has low self-esteem, probably was raised by a single mother, and him splashing not splashing him spending so much money on random women, it feeds his ego, it feeds his soul somewhat. So these are all signs that this dude has low self-esteem. You know what I mean?
yeah. And he's kind of exposing himself too, because like it seemed like after Goldie talks and points out stuff, he's almost like he's naive. He's green to this shit where he's trying to double back now. Like, well, nah, they do this and this, and then Goldie will go a layer deeper and reveal some shit, and then he's trying to like, oh, well, no, I'm doing it because it is. So yeah, he's trying to regroup because he knows it's sounding bad in like real time.
Could it also be? I just want to add one more thing, that he has a Madonna whore complex. Like, like he needs, like, it also like he needs to be around women that could do stuff around him because it reminds him of his mother or grandmother, right? That they're handling business and they're at his like somewhere like around his just around his orbit, right? But he's not sexually attracted to them. Like he needs something else because like he's not sleeping with them.
That's what he.
He's not dating, right? He's paying for the existence. Like, I'm a good boy. Yes, I am a good boy. Don't you see I'm a good boy? Like, but you're not going to, like, you just need them to acknowledge your existence. But on the side, I don't know what type of person that he would sleep with. Because why would you constantly collect women like Pokemon cards?
Yeah, man, I think he just tries to draw him in. I do think like some of them he's smashing, cause he ain't the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? He just I think he wants the easy tactic. Like, man, if I go out here and tell everybody I got money, some women are gonna come in droves. But what he don't realize is like, man, he's drawing the bottom of the barrel. It's like, man, them chicks, you didn't even have to do all that to grab them ones. So it's almost like some dudes are just lazy with the game, man. Honestly, they're like, man, I don't care if I go out here and look like a trick and they're with me for the wrong reason. As long as I smack, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
And he looked like something from the 80s, man. The pork and bean projects are shut down, bro.
Yeah,
That's a ghetto wear that he's wearing. Like it doesn't draw people in. Like
yeah, he's not fly. That's what I'm saying, man. My man on some like high school scrub shit.
Oh,
But let me go ahead. Let me play some more because they running it down.
You paying everything that they need and just giving her $500 just because.
Well,
Wouldn't you feel better about yourself if you said, I went and I talked to this woman at Moxie's and I didn't give her no 500 for lunch. And she still came and wanted to come deal with me. She still came and wanted to cook for me, clean with me, without me having to give her nothing. Wouldn't I have a bigger ego like she really liked me for who I am as a man rather than her just doing it maybe because I gave her some money? Wouldn't your ego feel better because I didn't have to pay for it?
Well, real quick.
Just like if I'm paying for pussy. Now, I ain't mad at nobody paying for pussy. Everybody pay for it in some sort of way, whether you spending money, whatever. But you would have a bigger ego knowing I met that woman outside and she liked my swag, my conversation, who I am, all of this. And that's why she gave it to me rather than if I just paid her to give it to me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't my ego be bigger because I didn't have to pay for it versus I had to pay for it? Well, how much credit can I get for her doing something for me if I had to pay for it?
I got you. And I always say, man, that's one of many. You know what I'm saying? One of many. You know, you going to have all those women doing that regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't crazy looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, in shape, shit together. Women gonna do that regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna do that regardless. They're gonna show up and say, yo, just because you him, anything you want. But it's always gonna be that one that get to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have 100 in a room doing everything for you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then that Sunday, somebody can say the right things at the right time. And it can just motivate you to say, here you go, girl. Hey, listen, just in case you need it. You know what I'm saying? You might not even need it.
Now,
I don't mess with broke girls. You know what I'm saying? These girls pulling up in, they pulling up in the same thing I'm pulling up in. They flying the same places I'm flying to. So we are in the area of not even being in the broke area. We already know that area up there, you got to have something because we know how much these buildings cost.
Yeah.
You know
but you giving money, right? It's value exchange. If I give some money, I'm giving value for something that's worth that money.
Yeah.
I just don't see a woman just existing is worth. Her just existing is worth some money.
You never met one?
Don't you? I'm gonna get there. I have. But she had to prove herself that she was that one. It wasn't off the dribble. Oh, I'm gonna just do it. Now, of course, I'll take you. If I see just from the offset of a conversation, I see these couple little things. Okay, I might want to investigate and I might spend a little bit of money on a dinner, but I'm not just going to give her no money. Right, here's a dinner so we can enjoy ourselves. You can relax and we can have a conversation. And then you get to know me. If you're doing things for me, you got the right characteristics, so all of these things. Then, okay, we get to rocking and you doing for me. And then, okay, then baby, here, get your nails done. Then, okay. But off the dribble, though, I just feel like, because listen, I come from a lifestyle where I used to see it. I used to see women finesse, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And even like, back in the day when I had no money and I go to the club, man, my girl will go up to another dude and she'll get the drinks bought from him and then come bring it to me. I just don't ever want to be that guy. And I know it's women out here.
Yeah.
You kind of put yourself out there as a target or as a mark, or what would you call it? Prey to women with that type of mindset when they say he gonna give me money for no reason. Well, now I know all I gotta do is act right. I don't like this man. I don't really care for this man, but he gonna pay me, so I'm gonna put the roll on. Now it may not matter. I know a lot of dudes, they be like, man, I don't care. I know what you're around for. Is that your mindset? Like, I don't care.
Nah, not at all. You know
but how could you know though?
Because you gotta become him.
You know,
I believe him comes with a certain type of aura about yourself. You already,
man. Do y'all think? Does he sound green to y'all though? Like he just don't have an understanding, or y'all think he actually knows like what's going on?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out whether this dude's a scammer. Like, is this a hustle, or he really is like clueless on how the game works, and he's a walking lick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't be this far gone, man. I think my man. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards scamming.
He's a scammer because you heard what he say. He'll hang around a bunch of dudes. You're in Brickell, right? That's like upper West Side or Upper East Side of New York, Manhattan, right? There might be some smart women, but majority of the time, men runs it. So why not hang around the men that could teach you some things, how to increase your portfolio, how to get involved with some business ventures, right? But you don't want that because you're more focusing on women. Now, you just dropped something about income taxes and taxes. I'm like, yo, none of us forgot all that. because he might be on JT Pocket Watcher soon. Because like, I'm like, yo, what you doing with these women W-2s? Because it's tax season. I went to April 15th, but like it's tax season, man. So like, what is he doing? And
But
how's he making
Stan, you
his
said
money?
something key, man. Man, typically men that don't want to be in the same room as like other guys, it's almost like they want to be the big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
Whereas like guys like us, I'm like, man, put me around some heavy hitters. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna absorb that game. Hey, I know I'm good in life. Like I want to learn more. So that's that growth mindset. But yeah, like when you said that, it makes sense because it's like, nah, I don't want to be around them because like I think Rush was saying it earlier, and I don't want to be in no competition. Which it ain't no competition. It's just like, nah, you're just in a different stage probably than those guys, but you're still good. So definitely some insecurities coming from them where they don't like being around other men. They see that as like competition. I don't want to feel small and shit. I don't want to get that growth. And they tend to like want to hang out with women and do that like fake, oh, I'm just a nice guy. Let me buy y'all some stuff. Hang around with me, the females be telling them about their relationships. They feel like they're solving those chicks' problems, like the guru. But low key, they also be dirty macking, like on the back end. They'll do some shit to be like siding with the guys a little bit, but eventually they're gonna be like, girl, yeah, you could do better. So it's almost like they have that orbit around them. Like eventually I might have the opportunity to sleep with them if I wanted to. And I think that's where they get the thrill. Like, what Rush was kind of saying. I think that's the stimuli.
Yeah, because like if you look at it, right, football season wrapped up. Everybody left, and then they're here in California for Super Bowl, right? Well, he's still in Brickell, allegedly. I won't say alleged, right? We don't know where he's in Florida, Dade County, or wherever Wally is the king of. But you
Stop this shit, man. Stop this shit.
But so he's over there and she's over there. Yeah, man, that's easy. We're friends. You need to spend the night. You want to cuddle? You want to be left alone? Come over here. We can watch the game together. I already ordered some buffalo wings. Like, it's easy for him because if you're there and your man is not there because he's always doing something and traveling, yeah, this is your backup. He's good.
So you say he a certified side nigga, huh?
Yep, or dildo, whoever picks. So,
all right, let me play some more because I'm gonna wrap this one up so we can jump into the last clip. But we're gonna play a little bit more.
No, listen, when you was broke, you were still attracted to celebrities. You was still sleeping with the best, the baddest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody top, you already had that when you was broke.
Yeah.
So now that you got bread, you already know you're not looking at money the same
But
way.
how can you know she actually really mess with you if you putting out money? Because everybody's gonna do what they need to do to get the money. Especially a lot of these women is broke. They ain't really having it like that. So
Yeah.
how do you know she actually like you and she not just acting a part to get the bread from you?
I think we would truly never know. Truly, you know what I'm saying? We don't even know if we liking a woman for real. We see a body, we be like, damn.
You could know if you don't give her no money because then you know she here for you.
At the same
That
time,
simple.
is she there for you just because it's convenient? Because it's a lot of convenient relationships. How many women you done slept with that's in convenient relationships that go immediately? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
a lot of people.
when you're looking at it, it's like they don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? I go pick the tightest relationship. I walk up, hey, what's going on? It's over. You know what I'm saying? And that means they don't even like them, even though they've been with them 5-10 years or whatever the case is. Because why would you betray the man that's been taking care of you that long? So it's at the same time, you're looking at it like, yo,
Wait a minute.
you never know nobody true intentions for real. But you already know, like, listen, if you ain't.
So that's what happened while his wife left him?
Pretty much. But a lot of times, man, they try to put it like, oh, man, I be taking all these wifeys and all that. That shit don't be happening. It'd be a certain type of woman that would do that off the rip. But it's just like he's trying to circumvent the whole paying the money conversation. Because, I mean, those guys particularly are probably paying too. But if the women are going like that. But it's just like what Goldie said. It's just like, man, if you pull one and you ain't had to throw that bread at her, then she's there for some type of like attraction, whatever, something deeper than just you spending money. And he keeps on circumventing that. Like, he don't want to address that.
But he said one of many, meaning like that's not something he's interested in. Well, that's what I took it. Like, he met women like that, but I guess he preferred paying.
I think some of them guys, man, even though they might not have to, in their mind, they're just set on like, this is what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like psychological. Cause I mean, like, man, if he cleaned up, man, he took off the kids' clothes and shit. You know, man, he could pull. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, dressed up his age, but clean like a grown up style. Like, man, you can be stylish and not wear like some of the shit. But nah, he won't have to like spend money like that. But it's honestly easy. So I think a lot of those guys like they use that tactic because it's like, man, if I go out here flashy and I lay this money out, it's gonna draw a bunch of chicks. But like I said, it's like short term, like thinking, because it's like, man, you're drawing in the worst of the worst. So it's like, man, you might get that monster fucking around out here with those ones. You're gonna get that easy E, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's just like, man, that's what they're thinking so short term. Where it's like, man, yeah, it's like an easier pull of women, but it's just like, I think Goldie's trying to get him to realize, like, man, that same pull of women that you're using this like weak ass tactic. It's like, man, all you really had to do is just have a conversation with him and you could have got the same result, honestly.
So why do you think, like, so with guys like him, why won't they change? I hear what Goldie is trying to get him to. Like, what was the end result of the conversation? Like, did Goldie get him to think differently, or was he...
No. He stood on his square. It's just...
Oh, wow. Okay.
I like I said, it's just like guys like him. First of all, it's kind of a flex because it's like, man, I got money.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why they're like I said, they're not going to put the dollar amount out there because they know that's weak. But that's why it's like they almost do the indirect thing. Like, oh, man, I got a lot of money. I'll send her 500 to just exist because. But it's low key like, hey, women, I got money. Please come. I'll spend it on you. So, I mean, it's just an easy, low budget tactic, man. Like effortless, honestly. Because like the women that he's drawing in, man, they're going to come. So that's what I'm saying. He's probably smacking her quite a bit. But it's just, you know, with those low effort type joints, it's like, man, you eventually it's going to catch up to you, man.
Man, that's sad.
Yeah, ain't no way in hell I could be in that dynamic, man. I like to hunt a little bit. It's like an art, man. I think certain people, man, like, man, I like to have the whole conversation, crack jokes and shit. So yeah, ain't no way in hell I could be in no dynamic where I'm just like, here you go. Like I said, you might as well go to the blade and just hand them some money then. Because really that's what you're doing. Like if what he's telling you, just like giving them money for existing, it's just like, man, you might as well go to the Ave and pay a hooker then.
Yeah, she just walked past me, $300. I mean, I could see it because it's like, dude, that's just bad.